Mr. Faulkner, may I see Miss Fields immediately? Well, you did say it was...
Yeah, just sign in, I'll take you through.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Philip.
That's all right.
Oh, Mr. Faulkner, do you mind if I see my solicitor alone? Well, it is a professional matter.
I'll be just outside.
Have you got him bringing you tea and Melba toast for breakfast?
Sit down.
He mentioned you were thinking of appealing. I don't think that's very advisable.
Don't concern yourself. I'll sit it out. But it's going to be worth my while. Did you bring the papers for the partnership?
Oh, yes, here. George has already signed them. But they're completely in order, made out to your demands. I can assure you, Barbara, there are no loopholes.
Oh, but of course there aren't, Philip. I mean, you and George are so trustworthy. Be sure to give him my congratulations on our partnership.
I'll leave your copy with administration. If you like.
No, Philip, this copy stays with me. I'm going to read it every morning for the next 6 months. It'll remind me why I'm living in this hole.
Well, I hope it will also remind you to be discreet about my role in all of this.
I'm a businesswoman, Philip, not a fool.
Granted. And as our business is at an end, I see no further reason for contact between us.
Who's my successor? Or have you gone back to your wife?
I never left my wife.
And you never leave me until I say so.
You're kidding me. So she's in here as a prisoner?
Yeah, well, she stuck up for Judy when Margot did a flip from Barnhurst. The magistrate did not like it and gave her 3 days for contempt.
You lay off me, Margot. I've had a gutful of you.
I'll stay here if you want to do the solitary meals.
You're scaring me to death. You know what you would have copped if you'd have laughed. Yeah. What you're gonna cop if you keep riding me, so just lay off.
Yes, lay off, Margot.
Make me. I'd like to see you. Freak would like to see you too. Everyone would like to see you. Come on, Bea, let's get our food.
You're pushing it, Margot. You are going to push it right over the edge. Righto, Fields, get your food. You may not realise it, but you just won that round. Yeah? So how come I feel like some broken-down old hack? Excuse me a minute. Richard.
How's Barbara adapting, Mr. Faulkner?
Comparatively well.
Yes, well, she's an extremely adaptable girl. Oh, I hope I didn't embarrass you when I came in.
With Mrs. Powell, you mean? Don't worry about it. She frowns on any involvement with the prisoners. If there is any, that is.
No, understandably. And in this case, wisely.
How do you mean?
Oh, Mr. Faulkner, in my opinion, Barbara Fields has a dollar sign where there ought to be a heart. Take Mrs. Powell's advice.
I don't need her advice. Or yours.
She's using you. Well, among others. And if you feel about her the way I think you do, I wish you all the luck in the world. Believe me, you are going to need it.
Okay, girls, use me. What am I on? Washing, drying, folding? How about the press? Doesn't look like Bea's up to it.
And are you up to taking it off me?
Well, it's nothing to do with me. I just thought you might like the rest. Or maybe Mrs. Morris could do it. Oh, you'd be too bruised, wouldn't you? God, I wonder who the bitch was that did that to you.
I don't. I know who the bitch was. And if you don't get off everyone's back, Margot, you're going to be wearing a few bruises of your own.
Oh, yeah? Heard any more about your parole, Bea?
What's the holdup?
No, hold up, Mr. Faulkner. Is there, Margot? Come on, get back to work. Everything's under control, Mr. Faulkner.
Glad to hear it. Fields, want a word with you?
Don't let her get on top of you, B. You're going to walk out of this place. Look, you know about regulations. I know about surviving, and this is not the way to do it. If I stand up to her, I'm going to lose my parole. And if I don't, I'm going to make sure they break me. So what do you expect me to do?
What is it? You look worried.
How did the interview go with Philip Langdon?
Well, all right, I think. Why? Did he say something about it?
No.
You were right. I mentioned the appeal, but it isn't a wise step. I'll just have to sit it out. We both will.
Why doesn't he trust you?
But tell me what he said.
He insinuated that you were selfish, mercenary, that money was the only thing you cared about.
And you believed him?
No, of course not. It just shook me up a bit, that's all. Why didn't you want me in the interview room? Don't you trust me?
You're the only one that I can trust. But I didn't want Philip to see that.
You're not making sense.
Philip and I had an affair. Recently, I called it off. Well, he's married and settled, and, well, I just became frightened. I want a life of my own. I don't want to share another woman's. Philip took it very badly. He thinks I'm selfish because I left him. And he thinks I'm mercenary because I'm concerned for my own future. Don't let him win, Steve.
You'd better get back.
Keeping on top of it, Mr. Faulkner?
Go on with your work, Latham.
Jeez, how much more do we have to do? Oh, not much now. God, I don't know. A couple of days ago, I was doing this same job with Penny. Poor cow. Know her, did you?
No. There's a lot of chicks on the game. You don't meet everyone.
No, you'll find them all in here, love. They're bringing them in by the truckload. Oh, bugger, I've run out of water. I'll have to go and get some more.
You're Gibson, aren't you?
Yeah. Came in this morning.
Well, Gibson, I'm Ferguson. Miss Ferguson, do you think you can remember that?
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Soliciting, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, you're in good company with Latham. Get on with it.
Watch her, love. She hates pros.
Why?
I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if Penny found out just before she had her neck broken.
Okay, everyone. Smoko.
You know you were right about Margot. She's a real pain in the ass.
Since when has she ever been anything else? Hey, Chrissy. I've got a little surprise planned for Margot, but I need your help. What do you say?
Oh, B, you can manage it without me, can't you? I've spent enough time in the pound over that bitch.
I don't plan on getting caught. I've got a lot more at stake than you have.
Oh, I don't know.
She's never going to let up unless we front her.
All right, then, what you got in mind?
I've done no more for Barbara than I have for Bea or Lizzie. So what's the difference?
The difference is that Bea and Lizzie don't look like Barbara.
You mean I'm not allowed to help the pretty ones?
I mean, you're not allowed to help yourself to the pretty ones.
Please, get lost and forget about it.
What's going on, B?
Look, work time's over, Mrs. Morris. It's time to relax. Now, why don't you just go to the rec room and do just that?